Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Pristaya Bhutale, Srimati Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Niti Namani. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani, Pacharanini Visesha Sunivari Paschacharisa. Tarane. So I thought, in an attempt to inspire myself and whoever else happened to be able to hear this, I'm reading from Srila Prabhupada's Jaladuta diary. It starts back in April, so it's a long time, but it goes quick. I'm not going to read every day, I think, up to that, but just to give some idea. Saturday 5th, I saw the Andheri residents, good. One set kept with Nagarajan, and one set with Acharya. Set means the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's Saturday 3rd, Monday 5, to inquire from Moffat Law. See the Shayandan Theosophical Charity Offices, Wilson College, Vijay Bhavan, Mr. Dastur, Matunga College. His appointments. 6th, Madan Sophia Wadia, New Marine Lines, Theosophical Hall, purchased 1 times 3 copies, paid with a check of 48 rupees. Thursday, 8th, at 12 noon at Sri Paramanta's house. Dining. 9th, at 8:30 to 9 a.m., Sri R.V. Murthy, number 5, Ratan Lodge, behind Aurora Cinema, King's Circle. 1:30 to 2, Sri T.K. Shestari, news editor, Economic Times, Times of India. 11. 9 a.m. invitation to Malad Lak Shankar's house. 12. To see Gandhi, Somaya, Inter, Wilson, Colonel Gulabchand Kapadia. 13. See Father Principal at 10 to 11 at the St. Xavier College. Thursday, to see Gandhi's secretary between 11 and 1 p.m. 21st, to unpack the books, to see Ramakrishna, Banking Corporation, Nagarajan, and Bhatkal. 29th, Principal St. Xavier's Institution of Education, Bombay, kept 1 set to be paid on 30th April in the afternoon. So you can see how he's really working out here to meet people, make appointments, really knows what he's doing. Sunday, 2nd of May, Kamaikya met at Villaparley at his house, kept 1 set book with all literatures to decide on in 4 or 5 days. He gave some address of friends to be seen. Tuesday the 4th, to see Mr. Rai of Indo Chem Company, Dadabe Navraj Road, Bombay, after 11. Books kept at house by servant, Sanjik. Thursday 6th, to see Seti Indochem, to see Choksi, to see Somaniji, to see Bank and Prem Kutir and Moffat Lal, to see Jamnadas, if possible see Pratap Singh. Monday 10, to see Bhatkal at Tardeo at 12 noon, telephone Kanakiya at 9 a.m. Tuesday, to see Bhatkal before 1 p.m., to remind Chandrasekhar of my letter of 29 April, as well as a change of address. To see Bhatkal, I don't know who Bhatkal is, to see Sevantibai, to see question mark, because it's handwritten, sometimes the devotees couldn't read it. To call phone 72219 at 9 a.m., Prajaldi Kanakiya, Rancho Das Kanji's Wadi, Vital Bhai Patel Road, Bombay, first floor apartment. To see Jamnadas Madoji, Forbes Street, Kala Glusa, Saison Building, 4:30 to 5. It looks like from April 30th to 5th May. Something. Second floor. Oh, that's the number in the room. Saturday. MO for rupees 25 under postal receipt, number 3401. Dated 15/5/65, Yogaksena, Post Office, to Pandit Shri Krishna Sharma, Delhi. Similar number 3402 to Gaurchand Goswami Vrindavan. So he's paying his rent for the little room in Chippiwada. That was Shri Krishna Sharma, and then for Vrindavan at the Radha Damodar Temple. And see the rent, 25 rupees. Sunday the 16th at 9 a.m. Dixijit at his house in Girgaon. 21st, see Vraj Lal, 2 phone Chandrasekhar. Dixit, take food and rest. See Sumati Ben, Dharma C. Kato, Gokul Das, LA publisher. Introduction letter for CD Deshokpit. Copy of that to Sach Devi. Mr. Chokshi met in presence of Sumati Ben. Chokshi said as soon as the following things presented, the free pass will be issued. Passport, visa, and P form. So he is getting closer to leaving. 27th, purchase ticket for Delhi, sleeping reserved on date starting at 8:40, Janata Express. Ticket number 8988723275. Paid reservation number rupees 32. In June 9th, Sunil, Raizada Post Box, Blockman, Photoman letters to friends. 11th, rupees 9.8 for one photo, letter from Scindia from India to Pennsylvania and back. Purport, or not. Sunday the 13th, ticket purchase for Bombay for starting on 22/6/65 at night, Dehradun Express. Ticket number 12285, reservation 85593, paid 30 rupees, 0.4. July, we had a lot of empty days. Friday to see bank manager, passport number 1276896 from Delhi. Saturday the 10th, 3 p.m. to phone Sri Vrajlal Set, 4 p.m. to see Gokul Das Somaya. Sunday 11, 8 a.m. to phone Tarachand Gupta. Monday the 12th, to meet Mr. Pandiwala, chartered accountant, Bangor brother, in his location. This is in Calcutta. Wednesday, something was purchased, not clear, 1 rupee. Passport to show somebody. It's 24th, sleeping berth, 1865 for August 1st. For Howrah, reserve ticket number 49031, dated 24 July, paid 42 rupees and 70 pice. Reservation ticket 212. So many details. He kept track of everything, you see. Something that I never can do. Tuesday, 27, P form. That was the thing he had the most trouble to get. 63753. He was told you'll never get it, but he pushed his way into the top man and he got it. 28th, 25 rupees remitted by MO to Gaurchand Goswami before leaving for USA. June, July, August, September to October. My P form and visa for U.S. obtained by Chokshi. Thursday the 29th. Darwarkar delivered 1 package of books, Srimad Bhagavatam, 35 booked by Universal Book House, Dadar, to Calcutta under PWB numbers dated from Dadar to pay rupees 7.50. Friday the 30th. Mr. Chokshi handed me over the following documents: passport, P form passed, original letter and no objection certificate from Gopal P. Agarwal, his sponsor in America, copies of letters for Calcutta officer, India Steam Navigation Company, 5 international certificate in vaccination, 3 years and 6 months. August. Sunday the 1st, to start for Calcutta by the Calcutta Mail via Nagpur, starting from Bori Banrat, must be Borivali, at 19 hours in the evening. Ticket number, luggage booked, receipt number, paid 12 rupees. Tuesday, reached 65A Panchurya Gata Street, Ramkumar Bungar, Dharamshala at about 1 p.m. Sri Govinda Bungar sent his man to receive me. Received letter from Chaitanya Bharati, New Delhi, and also from Govinda Maharaj. 5. Sri Kanai Banerjee coming today to see me at any time. 6. Morning to start to Mayapur and return back in the evening. The journey. The Jaladuta set sail. 12th, Tuesday. To start for USA by MV Jaladuta from Calcutta at K. George's dockyard. Friday. Now here's where Prabhupada starts to really show his simplicity and his, natural, real person, that he's not some, he's a person. Today at 9 a.m. embarked on the MV Jaladuta. Came with me Bhagavati, the Darwan of Scindia's Samsiri, Mr. Sen Gupta, Mr. Ali, and Vrindavan Day, that's his son. The cabinet is quite comfortable. It is the owner's residence, and therefore the sitting room, bedroom, and the bath and privy all equipped with first-class materials. Everything is nice. In the first-class compartment, and thanks to Lord Sri Krishna for his enlightening Srimati Sumati Maraji for all these arrangements, I am quite comfortable. The ship started at 1:30 p.m., very slowly from the dock, and reached near Botanical Garden and stopped at midstream of the Ganges until 11 p.m., then turned toward the front and started. It is quite steady. I cannot understand in my cabin if it is moving at all. I'm so comfortable. The voyage was again stopped at 3:30 a.m. at Kalpu, near Diamond Harbor and Ganokali. There's a lot of question marks about these names, and they couldn't read the writing, and detained for about 8 hours. The delta of the Ganges is quite wide with shallow water. Saturday the 14th, the ship started at about 11 o'clock in the morning, majestically. I do not feel any jerking whatsoever, but on reaching the Bay of Bengal, there is tilting of the ship and a little rolling also. The roughness increased gradually on the upper Bay of Bengal, and I felt seasickness. There was vomiting tendency and dizziness, and I felt uncomfortable the whole day and night. The sea was foamy all around. It appeared like a big plate of water extending to 40 square miles, but factually it was endless. So today it is a vivid example of God's Maya, because it appears like something, but factually it is something else. Always thinking of something. 15th, Sunday. In the morning I woke up and felt a little better, but I felt no hunger. Took a glass of lemon shikanji, lemon drink, nimbu pani, but the head dizziness is continuing. Up to 10:30 I was in the captain's room, radio room, chatting with the officers. In the radio room there were dispatching news to other ships. The captain's room is full of nautical paraphernalia. I saw a chart of different appearances show a photo of the sea. The grades are 0 to 10 degrees, and I think we're passing on the sea between 4 to 7 points. The scene of the 10th point was furious, and the 11th serious. The captain advised me to take more solid food. 16th. Today, early in the morning, I saw that the ship is plying on the surface of the sea, almost 0 degree of waves. Yesterday night was comfortable, and although I did not take any lunch, I took a little chaudamukti, puffed rice, chidwa with milk. The ship ran all the night yesterday smoothly, and the sky, although not very clear, there was moonlight in the night. In the morning there was sunshine, but after 11 the sea became a little more rough, showing foamy waves from distance. After passing the latitude of Trichinopoli, we experienced a dark cloud, subsequently raining all over the sea. The siren sounded on account of hazy vision to warn other ships coming from opposite direction. About 12 noon it is raining heavily, and the ship is stopped, moving occasionally sounding the siren. There is constant sounds of thunderbolt. This is the first time I've experienced heavy rain in the midst of deep ocean. From 12 noon we are passing through cyclonic weather. The ship is tilting too much. I felt seasickness day and night. At 3 p.m. the ship turned towards Ceylon coast, and we are now in Ceylon water. I just found it very interesting how Prabhupada is just describing the weather and what he's seeing, and because he sees Krishna everywhere, but he's not mentioning Krishna. But today morning the sky is scattered with cloud. The ship is going toward western side. I feel a little bit well after passing my stool. The ship is running against wind current. The sea is a little rougher. At 10:30 we saw the south coast of Ceylon with a white lighthouse. 2 ships passed from the opposite side. Some daring fishermen were fishing in small boats. From distance they appeared to be almost drowned in the water, but next moment they appear to be safely working. There is sunshine, but the sky is not clear. The captain informed me that by next 6 hours we shall reach Colombo port. The hilly southernmost Ceylon coast is said to be 4 to 5 miles away from our ship. This means that fishermen were fishing in small boats 5 to 10 miles from their native coast. Certainly a very daring job. At about 2 p.m. we have now turned towards northern front. The sky is cloudy, but we are forwarding steadily. Today I was better than other 3 days. At 3 p.m. the Colombo city became faintly visible from the ship. The color of the water in the Indian Ocean is different from the Bay of Bengal. The ship reached exactly at 4:30 in the port, but the management of Colombo port could not receive the ship for want of berth, and then it is anchored on the shore waiting to enter the port. At about 9 p.m. the ship was escorted by a pilot, and we entered the dockyard very old. But there were many ships from various countries, including passenger and cargo ships. At night the dockyard ships assumed a brilliant spectacle on account of profuse light. We rested the whole night, the ship being anchored. Next morning barges loaded with goods arrived near the ship. Wednesday the 18th. Today I felt quite normal and the seasickness completely removed. The ship remained silent the whole day on account of hazy sky, and only a few loads of goods were admitted. I wanted to see the Colombo city, but I could not make any arrangement. The ship was standing in the midstream, and I did not like to go alone. Thursday, 19th. The next morning, 19 August, I informed my situation to Captain Pandya, and he was very kind to take me to the shore in a motor launch. We dropped at Elizabeth Gate, talked with some Ceylonese clerks, and then in a taxi we went to the office of Narottam and Pierrevera. The manager, Mr. Banka, was a Gujarati gentleman. He received us well. He arranged for me a good car to go around the city. The office quarter was quite busy, and many foreign offices and renowned banks were there. I saw the Governor General's house, the Parliament House, Town Hall, and one very nice seaside hotel, and passed through very nice clean roads, bazaars, and the city appeared to be nice and clean, and the small bungalows nicely decorated. It appears that people, although not very good looking, they are not uncultured, neither are they tasteless. The city is quite up to resembling an Indian city like Madras or Pune. The buses and taxis were clean to see. The bus stands almost crowded like that of the Indian cities. The offices conducted almost in Indian style. The culture and civilization is Indian cent%, but artificially Indian, and Ceylon is divided. We started for Cochin at 6 p.m. The ship started at 7, the pilot being late in reaching the ship. It ran for the whole night, and the next day at 3:30 p.m. we reached the coast of Cochin. The ship is standing on the coast of Cochin without entering the dock. The Prabhupada even did a little sightseeing. We have no record of that when he was in America. Of course, he saw everything because in New York he went all over the place selling books and going to bookstores and going here and there. But he even said, I don't care, but sometimes the way they show him these things. But here he's all alone, and he's interested in the world also because he was always thinking of preaching somewhere, so he's checking places out. Today at 20th August, the captain arranged for a meeting on the board, the MV Jaladuta, on account of Janmashtami Day, and I spoke for an hour on the philosophy and teachings of the Lord, Sri Krishna. All the officers attended the meeting, and there was distribution of prasadam. The matter was radiographed to Srimati Sumati Maraji in Bombay. The ship is stranded on the Arabian Sea about 4 miles away from the coast. We are in this position from 3:30 p.m. 8th until 9:30 a.m. 8th. Date wrong. 22nd Sunday. At about 10 a.m. we are now in the dockyard of Cochin. The dock is peculiar because it is by nature full of small islands. Some of the islands are full with nice hutments, formerly known as the British Island. I saw my books from Bombay arrived in 5 cases, and the agents loaded them on the ship at 4 p.m. So that's how he just had 5 cases, but that I think that was just steel trunks and 600 books he had. 600 books, 200 sets of the three books of the first canto. So he saw them being loaded. That was very satisfactory. The agent, Jairam and Sons, kindly sent their car for my driving in the city. Out of the group of islands, 2 big islands joined by an iron overbridge are known as Cochin and Ernakulam. The iron overbridge was constructed by the Britishers very nicely along with railway lines. The railway line is extended up to the port. There are many flourishing foreign firms and banks. It is Sunday, the bazaar was closed. I saw a peculiar kind of plantain available in this part of the country. The island known as Cochin is not an up-to-date city. The roads are like narrow lanes. The part of the city where the foreigners are residing is well situated. The buildings, factories, etc. are all big and all well maintained. The Mohammedan quarters are separate from the Hindu quarters, as usual in other Indian cities. The part known as Ernakulam is up to date. There's a nice park on the bank of the Gulf, and is named Subhas Bose Park. It is good that Subhas Bose is popular in this part of the country. I saw the Kerala High Court and the public buildings, the High Court being situated in Ernakulam. It appears that the city is capital of Kerala. This official Bhadra, 31 days, 1887 Shaka part of India, resembles Bengal scenario, and the city Ernakulam, also Cochin, appears to me like old Kalighat or Toligunj area of Calcutta. The culture is Indian as usual. 23rd Monday. Today, Anada Ekadasi. We started towards Red Sea on the western front at about 12:30 noon. The sky was almost clear and there was sunshine since the starting of the trip from Cochin Port. We are floating now on the Arabian Sea. My seasickness again began. Headache, vomiting tendency, no hunger, dizziness, and no energy to work. It is continuing. There are sometimes showers of rain, but for a short time. There was a fellow passenger in my cabin. He is also attacked with seasickness. The whole night passed. Tuesday, 24. Today at 1:30 p.m. I inquired about the wheel room. From the wheel room that we have come only 400 miles off the Indian coast. My seasickness is still continuing. I take my meals once only, but today I could not take my full meals, although I was fasting yesterday. I'm feeling uncomfortable. Then it says, beginning from today down, and we have 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, all blank. 31, passed over the great crisis and the struggle for life and death. A separate statement has to be written on this crisis area. So that's evidently when the heart attacks. Crisis. I don't know if you ever wrote about it, you told us about it. Wednesday, Port Suez. Thursday, this is 1st of September. So we're getting close. Suez Canal and Port Said. Friday, 3rd, we started from Port Said today at about 1 p.m. The Port Said city is nice. It has long, narrow, neat, and clean roads with lofty buildings. The city is not at all congested. While passing the rear point of Suez towards Mediterranean Sea, the city is clearly seen, but it is a small city with some industrial factories. Although it's in the desert, in the city all varieties of vegetables available. There's also a marine drive like Bombay Chowpatty Beach. I could see a good part of the city. One devotee, Govardhandari Prabhu, who lives in Vrindavan, he recently had a program with local Egyptian people in Port Said. He's remembering that Prabhupada stopped there and mentioned it. So the place was blessed, and now there's devotees there. Saturday, it was a rehearsal for emergency. We all prepared with belt on the body, and the lifeboat was tested whether they were in order. There were 2 boats with capacity to load 120 people. But we are all about 55 on the board. Sunday. In the evening, the sky was cloudy, and they expected foggy weather, and all of them became a little gloomy. But at midnight, we passed Malta, Sicily, by God's grace, and it was all right throughout the night. Hence, they have lifeboats at 4 times the capacity of the number of people on the boat. Not like the Titanic, which they thought they were so sure it couldn't sink that they didn't have enough lifeboats. Yes. Madness. Should always be prepared for trouble. Better to be over-prepared. In the evening, the sky was cloudy, and they expected foggy weather, and all of them became a little gloomy. But at midnight, we passed Malta, Sicily, and it was all right. Today, I have taken khichdi and curry. It was tasteful, and I took them with relish, and this gave me a push forward to get renewed strength little by little. I just read in the Dandabats from Jamuna Devi when she read this diary. She mentioned this Prabhupada cooking, and she mentioned his recipes. Today, Baraha Ekadasi, Dwadasi, the best atmospheric condition on the Mediterranean Sea. All along we've seen the Algerian coast. Wednesday the 8th. Today about 8 o'clock in the morning, and near Gibraltar, we had the first experience of fog impediment. It was all dark around in the ship, and she stopped moving completely. She was whistling now and then to protect herself from other unseen ships being collided, and we started again around 11. On the 9th, at about 2:30, we passed over Gibraltar Port, ending in Taritai Lighthouse. The other side is Spanish Morocco. There's regular ferry steamer service. It's the strait is wide and about 7 miles across. Wow. And we are in the Atlantic. Thursday the 9th. Till 4 o'clock we have crossed over the Atlantic Ocean for 24 hours. The whole day was clear and almost smooth. I am taking my food regularly and got some strength to struggle. Strength to struggle. So he was not feeling good. You can imagine a heart attack and then I think he says 2 heart attacks. There was a slight lurching of the ship, and I'm feeling slight headache also. But I'm struggling, and the nectarine of life is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the source of my all vitality. So there's a good lesson for us. Bhaktisiddhanta also at the end of his life said that his life was maintained by the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada's telling us here that's what kept him going on the ship. He's not going to meet all kinds of people. He's going like he doesn't know anything about the place. He doesn't know anybody there, and he doesn't have any money. But he has Krishna, and he has his total faith in Krishna. So he's very happy to do it. 10th. Today the ship is going smoothly. I feel slight to better. I'm feeling separation from Sri Vrindavan and my lords Sri Govinda, Gopinath, Radha Damodar. The only solace is Chaitanya Charitamrita, in which I am tasting the nectarine of Lord Chaitanya's Leela. I have left Bharat Bhumi just to execute the order of Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati in pursuance of Lord Chaitanya's order. I have no qualification, but I have taken up the risk just to carry out the order of His Divine Grace. I depend fully on their mercy, so far away from Vrindavan. Saturday the 11th. Today the ship ran on very smoothly. The sky was clear and there was sunshine all the day. At about 7:30 in the morning we passed on the Azore Group Islands under the Portugal Republic. There was again rehearsal for lifeboat saving at 4:30 p.m. There was rehearsal of the fire brigaders also. At night there was profuse moonlight on the ocean and considerable lurching also. Did not affect me very much as it used to do in the Arabian Sea. The Atlantic is more kind to me than all of the seas so far we have crossed over. And this is by Lord Krishna's grace. Sunday. SR Day. Today is a great deal of lurching, although the sky is clear. Mrs. Pandya, although a little lady of very intelligent and learned also, she has foretold about my future. Thanks to her prediction. All blessings of Lord Krishna for her. The crisis which I supposed to have crossed is also mentioned by her. If I have crossed the crisis, then that is goodwill of Lord Krishna, my friend and philosopher. In the evening there was too much lurching, and I felt a big seasickness. I could not take my food properly. My little sweets were accepted with some relish. The lurching continued until midnight. Monday the 13th. Today is the 32nd day of our journey from Calcutta. After midnight yesterday, the lurching decreased and I felt relief. In the morning also I could not take my breakfast properly. Then I cooked bhati kachori. It appeared to be delicious and I was able to take some food. Today I've disclosed my mind to my companion, Lord Sri Krishna, my companion. So personal. There is a Bengali poem made by me today in this connection. At about 11, there is a little lurching. The captain tells that they have never had such calmness in the Atlantic. I said it is Lord Krishna's mercy. His wife asked me to come back again with them so they may have again a calm Atlantic Ocean. If Atlantic would have shown its usual face, perhaps I would have died, but Lord Krishna had taken charge of the ship. The Atlantic has huge waves, like 10 meters waves. Brahmananda Prabhu had a job on a ship like the similar ship on the Atlantic. And he said one day the wave just washed one of the crew right off the boat. Finished. It was so rough. Normally it's that's why they call the Pacific Ocean, Pacific, because when they got there, it was so calm and peaceful compared to the Atlantic. 14. Today is the 33rd day of our journey, and at 3 o'clock in the morning I saw the sky cloudy with dim moonlight. From morning till 1 o'clock, the sky remained cloudy, and at 1:30 there was a shower of rain. The sky is still cloudy, and the wind is blowing from southeast corner and raining at intervals. The whole day passed in that way, and the wind assumed a paracyclonic phase with dense cloud covering and rain until 9:30 p.m. with regular lightning, etc. At 10 o'clock, when I was talking in the captain's room, the chief engineer, Mr. Travers, told me he had never such experience of calm and quietness in the Atlantic Ocean. There was always typhoon, cyclone, fog, etc., at least for days in every trip in the past. I said, it is Lord Krishna's grace. If such things as usual in the Atlantic would have taken place, I would die. Prabhupada was thinking it's rough, but they were thinking it's completely peaceful experience. Today, 34th day of our journey, as usual, I rise up at 3 a.m., and when I went to the veranda, I saw the sky almost clear. There was moonshine on the head, and although the wind from southeast was strong, the ocean was clear-visioned and the ship was passing smoothly. At about 11 a.m., the sky became overcast with cloud, and it continued until 3 p.m. There was rainfalls at intervals, but after 4 o'clock the sky became clear and there was bright sunshine. I was engaged in reading Kali Adamana Lila from Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the prayers by Srimati Nagapatnis and the last appealing prayer by Kaliya. Jai. America. Srila Prabhupada arrives at Boston Harbor, Thursday, 16th August, or September. Today is the 35th day of our journey, and we get upset about 6-hour flights or something. You know how much troublesome it is. 35th days. Yesterday night at about 10:30 we have turned one wheel towards northeastern corner from the Bermuda latitude towards Boston port. In the morning the atmosphere was fairly cleared and the ship was plying very smoothly. The first officer told me that they never had experience of the Atlantic Ocean, and he ascribed the good luck to me. I said, yes, it is all Lord Krishna's grace, because due to my severe type of seasickness, he's himself taken charge of the ship. In expansion, the Lord is rowing the oars. We shall certainly reach to America safely. That's the idea, that it was being pulled by a ship being rowed by the Das avatars. We shall certainly reach the America port safely. The whole day was clear sunshine, but at 4 p.m. the sky all of a sudden became foggy. The sun became dim, covered by foggy weather. The horizon is still visible. Let us see when it is still ahead. The ship was stopped completely at about 6 p.m. on account of dense fog. Be Lord Krishna pleased to get out of this fog. By the grace of Lord Krishna, the fog was cleared after 2 or 3 hours, and the ship started. The whole night was non-disturbing, and today, on the 36th day of our journey, we reached safely at Boston Port by 5:30 a.m. Friday. We are now in the dockyard of Boston, and at 10 a.m. the custom officers and others came on the ship. We have now issued the admittance permission. They have issued the permission after due checking. I saw the Boston town with Captain. It is very nice, and I shall describe it in a separate note. 36th day from starting from Calcutta Port today. We are expected to reach Boston Port in the morning. A.C. Bhaktivedanta, 9th September. We stayed a whole day and night in Boston till 4 p.m. the next day. Saturday. Today is the 37th day of our journey, and at 4 p.m. we left Boston Port for New York. In the morning I had a telephonic talks with Gopal P. Agarwal in Butler, and he said his man will receive me in New York and dispatch me to Butler by bus or train as convenient. I tried to contact Dr. Mishra, but he was not available both yesterday and today. I do not know if he is coming to receive me. Today I met 2 American nice gentlemen, Mr. Gardner and Mr. Fryer. We passed a beautiful canal and crossed underneath 2 overbridges. But at midnight there was considerable fog, disturbance, and the ship moved very slowly. The fog persisted until we reached late at New York port at 12:30 on the 19th of September. Today is the 38th day of our journey, and we reached New York port at 12:30 p.m., about 3 hours later than the scheduled time. 25th Saturday. I have sent a letter to Captain Pandya, November. So he didn't keep a diary there when he was in Port Roy, when he was Port whatever it was, when he was with Gopal Agarwal, because it skips ahead now to November, and he's talking about bookstore. Paragon Bookstore in New York took 25 sets from Gopal, 5 sets personally, 10 sets through Orientalia, and 25 sets through Paragon, 40 sets. Now this was usually they were taking them on consignment, they weren't paying for them. They would display the books in their shop, and then somebody bought them, and Prabhupada had to keep going back to check, and then if they sold the books they would give him the money. And the bookstore people remember him bringing samosas. And after Prabhupada's disappearance, devotees visited all the bookstores in New York, and they found many still there. Sunday 14, meeting with Krishna Dandip at 152 West 13th Street, New York at 5. Sunday 28th, meeting at New India House, God Consciousness, under the auspices of the Tagore Society of New York. That means Prabhupada was speaking. Memoranda. The Absolute Truth, Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto. Symptoms of Objectivity, 2nd Canto. Creation of Material World, Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto. The Sub-Creators, Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto. The Planetary Systems, Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th Canto. Lord the Protector, Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto. Creative Impetus, Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto. Change of Manpower, Bhagavatam, 8th Canto. Science of God, 9th Canto. Krishna, the Cause of All Causes, Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto. Path of Liberation, Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Canto. The Summum Bonum, Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th Canto. Now, that's the end of that diary. There's another one, that's the New York diary, but I don't have time. We will be leaving pretty soon. These are the prayers written aboard the Jaladuta. Prayer to the Lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, on board of the Jaladuta, September 13th, 1965. Krishna Taba Punya Habe Bhai, He Punya Kori Bijabe, Radharani Kushi Habe, Dhruva Ati Boli Tomatai. I emphatically say to you, O brothers, you will obtain your good fortune from the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna only when Srimati Radharani becomes pleased with you. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Satya Sutta Priya Ati Krishna Sabhaya Jara Tulanai Se Mohanta Guru Jagatera Made Uru Krishna Bhakti De Tai Tai. Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is very dear to Lord Gauranga, the son of Mother Sachi, is unparalleled in the service of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He has that great personality, saintly spiritual master, who bestows intense devotion to Krishna at different places throughout the world. Tada Icha Balavan Paschat Yete Tan Tan Koi Jate Gaurangara Nam Pritivite Nagaradi Asamudra Nada Nadi Sakale Loy Krishna Nam. By a strong desire, the holy name of Lord Gauranga will spread throughout the countries of the Western world, in all the cities, towns, and villages of the earth, from all the oceans, seas, rivers, and streams, everyone will chant the holy name of Krishna. Wow. Conviction. Prediction. Tahale ananda hai tahe hoy digvijay chaitanyara kripa atishai maya dushta jata duki jagate sabai sukhi vaishnavara icha purnahai. At the vast mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conquers all directions, a flood of transcendental ecstasy will certainly cover the land. When all the sinful, miserable living entities become happy, the Vaishnava desire will then be fulfilled. Se karja jay kori bari agya yari dila mari jogya nahi ai dina haina tai se to mara kripa magi techi anurupa aji numi savara praveen. Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am not worthy, nor am I fit to do it. I am very fallen and insignificant. Therefore, O Lord, now I am begging for your mercy so that I may become worthy. For you are the wisest and most experienced of all. It's a very wonderful prayer to help us understand humility. Because we sometimes think, well, I'm not qualified, so I won't try. But the real thing is to then beg Krishna to help. Tomara se shakti kele guru sabaya basti nite jivana sartaka jari hoy se seva paile tahale sukha hale taba sangha bhaga yate miloy. If you bestow your power on me by serving the spiritual master, one attains the absolute truths. One life becomes successful. If that service is obtained, then one becomes happy and gets your association due to good fortune. Evam janam nipatitam prabhava hikupe kama bikaman anuya praptam prasangat kritva masat sura sina bhagavan vihita soham katam nuvisrijetava bricha sevam. My dear Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, my dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, because of my association with material desires, one after another, I was falling gradually into a blind well full of snakes, following the general populace. But your servant Narada Muni kindly accepted me as his disciple and instructed me how to achieve the transcendental position. Therefore, my first duty is to serve him. How could I leave his service? Prahlad Maharaj of Lord Nrsingadev, prayer, 7th Canto, 9:28. Tumi mor chidasati, bhuliya maya lati, kaya che janma janmantare, aji puna, esu yoga, jari hoy yoga ya yoga, tabe pari tuhe mili pare. O Lord Krishna, you are my eternal companion. Forgetting you, I have suffered the kicks of Maya birth after birth. If today by chance to meet you occurs again, then I will surely be able to rejoice to rejoin you. Tomara milane vai abara se sukha pai gochadane guri dina bor gata bane chuta chuti bane kai huta puti say din habe more. O my dear friend, in your company I will experience great joy once again. In that early morning I will wander around the cowherd pastures and fields, running and frolicking in the many forests of Braj. I will roll on the ground in spiritual ecstasy. Oh, when will that day be mine? Aji se subidane tomara smadana bela baro asa dekilam tai. Ami tomara nitya dasa, tae kori eta asha, tumi bina anya gati nai. Today that remembrance of you came to me in a very nice way. Because I have great longing, I called to you. I am your eternal servant, therefore I desire your association so much. O Lord Krishna, except for you there is no other means of success. Then there's the Markini Bhagavad Dharma that we've heard more than once. My time is running short. I'm just going to read the English, if you don't mind. My dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul. I do not know why you brought me here. Now you do whatever you like. But I guess you have some business. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this terrible place? Most of the population is covered by material modes of ignorance and passion. Absorbed in material life, they think themselves very happy and satisfied. Therefore, they have no taste for the transcendental message of Vasudeva. I do not know how they will be able to understand it. But I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible because you are the most expert mystic. How will they understand the mellows of devotional service? O Lord, I'm simply praying for your mercy. I will be able to convince them about your message. Perfect prayers. All living entities have come under the clutches, control of the illusory energy by your will. Therefore, if you like, by your will they can also be released from the clutches of illusion. I wish that you may deliver them. Therefore, if you desire their deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam are your incarnation, and it is a sober person repeatedly receives it with submissive oral reception, he will be able to understand your message. And he's quoting 1st Canto, Chapter 2, 17 to 21. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is a Paramatma supersoul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam, and by rendering service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. The loving service under the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. As soon as the irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire, and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness, and he becomes completely happy. Thus, established in the mode of unalloyed goodness, the man whose mind has been enlivened by contact with devotional service to the Lord gains positive scientific knowledge of the personality of Godhead in the stage of liberation from all material association. Thus, the knot in the heart is pierced, and the misgivings are cut to pieces. The chain of fruitive actions is terminated when one sees the self as master. He will become liberated from the influence, back to the Bengali, of the modes of ignorance and passion, and thus all inauspicious things in the heart will disappear. How will I make them understand your message of Krishna consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them, for I am powerless to do so on my own. Somehow or other, O Lord, you've brought me here to speak about you. Now, my Lord, it is up to you to make me a success or failure. O spiritual master of the worlds, I can simply repeat your message, so if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure. I am sure that when this transcendental message penetrates their hearts, they will certainly feel engladdened and thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life. I am just like a puppet in your hands. You have brought me here to dance, so then make me dance, O Lord, make me dance as you like. Ani yacho jadi Prabhu amara nachate, nacho Prabhu, nacho se mate, kastera putali jata, nacho se mate. Next verse. I have no devotion, I have no knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I have been designated as Bhaktivedanta, and now, if you like, you can fulfill the real purport of Bhaktivedanta. Signed, the most unfortunate, insignificant beggar, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, on board the ship Jaladuta, Commonwealth Pier, Boston, Massachusetts, USA, 18th September of 1965. And here I'll try to show this. This is Prabhupada's pamphlet that he brought with him. You can find that, of course, in the database or in the Lilamrita. He's basically presenting himself and presenting the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That felt to me like very intimate association with Srila Prabhupada. That's the way to get it. Okay, I'm going to have to run. We have to catch a train. Thank you, Praneshwar, for being there. And quite a few devotees. So look this up if you have access and read it. It must be online also. It's well worth studying, and the New York diary is also very ecstatic and very inspirational to see how Prabhupada struggled. He mentions the word struggle often. Hare Krishna.